Hey, Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Listen, when I tell y'all this is crazy to me. Okay, so first things first, I came across a headline and it made me go over here to a US Weekly, right? What it's saying is that, or the headline that I came across said that Todd Tucker is demanding primary custody of his kids with Kandi Burruss. Now, for the people that do not know, Todd Tucker is getting a divorce from Kandi. Kandi asked for a divorce about a week ago from Todd. She says that it's been a long time coming. They've been battling and dealing with some issues or whatever the case is. After much thought and prayer, Kandi is now at the place where she is ready to sever ties from Todd. Since this moment, so many video and things have been circulating or resurfacing of the two from the moment that they had their TV special leading up to the marriage, to the prenup issues. It's just all kind of stuff, to them being on YouTube and the little comments and questions and things that Todd would say and Candy's response. People have really been diving in to this situation. And I know I did a video not too long ago and I was like, I really hope that this does not go bad. I hope this isn't a terrible divorce or anything. I hope they could just sever ties quickly, move on, all is well. Listen, I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. I don't think that it's going to go as great as I was hoping, because they're saying that Todd Tucker admitted that he did sign a prenuptial agreement before getting married in 2014, right? So basically, he's questioning the prenup. He signed it, yeah, but back in 2014, but now he's questioning it. He feels like he signed it under pressure, and when I tell y'all, this is a mess. This a mess because maybe he is deemed to be right to have signed the prenup under pressure. Therefore, he's going to use some footage, more than likely some old footage of reality with them being on the show and stuff, and how she was being so focused and adamant about him signing it. And then when he signed it, it seemed like it was like a few hours or something, or a day before the damn wedding. Like, it kind of is making me cringe, because it's like, damn, could he have a defense with that? It does give that it could have been under pressure, but child, I honestly don't know. This whole situation is just it's just sad. Let's just go ahead and get into this article real quick over here on US Weekly, because they do give us additional details about the matter at hand. So let us go ahead and just check this out real quick, where they say Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Kandi Burruss ex Todd Tucker demands primary custody and questions prenuptial agreement. Right? So they're saying on Wednesday, November 6th, Tucker filed a response to the divorce petition that Burruss filed. He said their two children are currently in his care and residing with him in Georgia, while Burruss, who's 49, handles out of state work obligations. The exes share a son, Ace, born in 2016, and a daughter, Blaze, born in 2019. You know what's really crazy about this is the fact that they got a chance to spend time with each other for Thanksgiving or whatnot, right? And I think that this was a shock to Kandi. I don't think Kandi was aware that he was going to come at it like this. And maybe she had been aware. Maybe she is aware that he was going to seek full custody of the children, right? They did spend some time together over there on Thanksgiving Day, and Kandi put this post up where she tells everybody happy Thanksgiving, and she gets in the comments to clarify some stuff, saying before anybody starts assuming anything, Todd came earlier to eat with us, but he wasn't there for the pic. All right. She says he was not left out or anything like that. For anybody that got something to say, that's not the case over here. All right. So that is what Kandi had to say. And I'm like, girl, did you know he was finna hit you up and tell you, like, hey, I want those children in addition to those kids? I'm not sure about this prenup. I feel like I signed this prenup under pressure. Child, that's crazy. Kandi, you gonna get him the kids? Some part of me is like, let him have them kids then. You want the kids so bad, get the kids. Right? But at the same time, I feel like if he does have the kids, he gonna continue. Even if he gets all that he desires after the divorce, I feel like he's still gonna be hitting her up, expecting her to, like, I mean, as any woman would do with a man, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna be like, hey, where your money at? I need this. It's gonna be a lot. Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Where do y'all think is the best place? Right? Kandi is very busy. She does often work, but I think that she can afford a nanny to assist her, when she's working. And, at the end of the day, out of a couple, somebody else is probably going to be the one working the most or working the hardest, whatever the case is. And y'all just got to figure it out with co-parenting. But y'all let me know your thoughts about this. Let us keep going. Right? They're saying that Tucker, who's 52, noted that Kandi work obligations will continue to require her to be away from the children for at least the next several months as he pleaded for primary custody. In his filing, he noted the parties have been working cooperatively in an effort to resolve all issues, and Tucker remains committed to continuing those discussions in good faith. All right, that's what's being said. Tucker said that in the hopefully unlikely event that they are unable to reach a custody deal, he will be seeking primary physical custody, joint legal custody, and final decision making authority. Right? He proposed that Kandi have substantial time and meaningful access to the children. Tucker's lawyer praised Burruss as a mother. His filing noted that Todd wishes to make clear that he recognizes Kandi as a loving and capable parent and remains sincerely hopeful that prior and continued discussions between the parties will bring full resolution of all matters, right? I don't see Kandi giving him the kids, but you just never know. I never saw Todd really contesting this divorce, this prenup, right? So you never know. They go on to say Tucker admitted that he signed a prenuptial agreement before getting hitched on April 2014. They're saying, but suggested he was pressured into signing it without his lawyers around, which I could have sworn I just saw a video not too long ago where he had his lawyer look at some of the documents. But okay. However, Tucker's lawyer said the agreement was presented to him without him having counsel, even though Candi's then counsel had communicated previously with the Todd's team regarding a potential prenup agreement. Despite that knowledge, they're saying Candi's counsel presented the final agreement to Tucker for signature immediately before the wedding ceremony without any notice to or consultation with Todd's team, who had been significantly engaged in the negotiation process. Okay, gotcha. So they were a part of the negotiation process, but when it was time to sign it, they weren't around for any final changes or things that may have occurred, right? They're saying these circumstances raise substantial questions concerning the enforceability of said document. Nevertheless, Todd remains committed to working in good faith to resolve this matter amicably and privately to the extent possible. They're saying that Todd's counterclaim for divorce also demands a division of all marital assets, both real and personal, tangible and intangible, between the parties, right? They're saying that Todd demanded primary physical custody, joint legal custody, and potentially alimony if the prenuptial agreement is found to be unenforceable. So if they do not move forward with the prenup, then he is going to be seeking some form of alimony from her on a monthly basis. Also, while he got your children. Whew, let's keep going. All right. They're saying they did obtain the divorce petition filed by Kandi on November 21st. She listed the date of marriage as April 2014 and the date of separation July of 2025, right? It is completely broken with no reasonable hope for reconciliation at all. In her filing, they're saying that Kandi proposed joint custody. So I think the fact that she proposed joint custody, he was just at the house hanging out with the family, all of this good stuff. I don't think that Kandi was aware at all that Todd was finna hit him up style and request full custody. Okay, primary custody, shall I say? Primary custody of the kids, legal custody. I believe he wants some joint legal custody there, but he also wants to be the final decision maker when it comes to the children. And I kind of feel a way about that just a little bit, because even if Kandi were to get back on Real Housewives or start a show with her family or something like that, he may not approve of her allowing their children to be on there. Well, really, some dads have tried to stop that, even if they aren't married, right? Well, of course, these two are getting a divorce, but even if the mom is the primary caretaker of the children, the dads have still tried to stop the children from being on the show. But he really gonna be able to shut it down then without even having to go through the courts or anything. If he gets full custody of those children and also the final decision maker when it comes to those kids. And I'm like, huh? Because how can you ask for some form of a joint legal custody, but you want to be the final decision authority when it comes down to them? I don't know, but this is what they have going on, and I really hate this. I really, really hate this. I really hate this. I don't know. I mean, uh, I could see Kandi putting up a fight, but I also could see Kandi like wanting to relieve herself of the stress. Let's just figure this out, give him what he wants and move on. But her kids, y'all got to let me know your thoughts about this, all right? Let me know your thoughts about everything that's going on, right? Was there anything else that was mentioned here? I just want to get into it. They're saying that Kandi said a prenuptial agreement was signed by both parties before they walked down the aisle, and she wanted it enforced. So the prenup that was signed, she wants that enforced. She also wants joint custody, but Todd is on the opposite end. I don't want that prenup enforced because I felt pressured. In addition to that, not only do I not want that enforced, but I also want to get primary custody of the children too. You know, I'm also wondering who the hell done pissed Todd off at the family gathering? Who pissed Todd off at the family gathering? But granted, Todd and his attorney likely already knew how they were going to respond to said divorce documentation anyway. So I just don't think Kandi was aware that this is what he was going to want. Whew, Lord, this is a whole lot of. This is a whole lot of. I'm just definitely wishing him the best. I don't know, y'all. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feeling about all of this. This is just a mess, y'all. I feel like they finna drag you, Todd. They finna be on your. If you thought they was on your head top with the way they've been releasing these videos and things of you, baby, they really finna be on your head top now. Okay, but all in all, good luck. Okay, I just wanted to come to y'all, give y'all a little update on what's going on based on what US Weekly has reported about the situation at hand, right? You guys can hop down in the comments and just let me know your thoughts about everything. Of course, I'm JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cash died at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated.